yeah, kukere waka, oh. Baba spend this money on me.
That was Mama Sitta's daily slogan.
In the village of Ala-Ukwa, where gossip traveled faster than okada and news reached Lagos before evening, there lived a girl called Mama Sitta. Nobody knew her real name. Even her birth certificate had given up and minded its business. What everyone knew was this: Mama Sitta could sing money out of men. She was very slender, almost like harmattan wind could carry her if it tried hard enough. Her face looked carved by stories, large, droopy eyes that seemed tired of seeing too much, deep wrinkles that came early like they had appointments, and full red lips that never stayed quiet for long. Her hair was natural, curly, short, always stubborn, like it refused to be controlled the way men refuse to control their wallets around her. She wasn't tall, but she walked like someone whose waist had its own government. No elections, no opposition. Her eyes sparkled as if she was always holding a secret she would never explain. Her lips, always halfway between a smile and a promise. And when Mama Sitta sang, wallets trembled. Every market day, she would appear as if summoned by drums no one else could hear. Wrapper tied with confidence, blouse sitting like it knew its job, shoulders rolling gently, waist doing what Nigerians respectfully call kukere waka. Not dancing, not walking, but something in between. Something dangerous. Something that moved money from pocket to pocket without apology. She would sing loudly, without shame, voice cutting through pepper smoke and roasted corn smell. Baba, spend this money on me, oh. And the men? Ah, the men. Old uncles who complained every morning about fuel price suddenly found transport fare. Men whose knees made noise when they stood up suddenly remembered dance steps from 1978. Men who said, "I don't carry cash," began to discover forgotten notes inside cap pockets and agbada sleeves. Mama Sitta liked them seasoned. The older, the better. The type that called every young girl my daughter, but smiled too hard. The type that cleared their throats before laughing, like respect was still trying to survive. They said Mama Sitta didn't chase money. Money chased her. Women watched from a distance, some with crossed arms, some with tight lips, some with prayers already forming. Children followed her like procession, hoping one note will fall and forget its owner. Then one afternoon, something unusual happened. A shadow blocked the sun in front of Mama Sitta. It was Chief Okore, the village human ATM. A respected elder with a white beard that looked like it had seen independence, a big stomach that arrived before him, and a voice like a broken radio, sometimes loud, sometimes shaking, always commanding attention. When Mama Sitta saw him, she sang louder than usual. Her kukere waka entered advanced level. Her waist spoke fluent temptation. Chief Okore laughed, a deep laugh that came from somewhere between his chest and his regrets. He began to spray money like rain that forgot it was dry season. Notes flew, dust rose, people clapped, women hissed, children counted notes that were not theirs. Mama Sitta did not look back. She never did. But that night, the money walked back home. By morning, Chief Okore's compound was full of noise, not celebration, confusion. His goats refused to eat. They stared at their food like it had offended them. His generator rejected fuel, coughing once, then dying dramatically. Even his slippers changed direction when he tried to wear them, left becoming right, right becoming left, as if his feet were no longer welcome. Chief Okore sat on his veranda sweating, though the air was cool. The money Mama Sitta collected had returned, not physically, but spiritually. And Mama Sitta? She woke up with a heavy waist and a silent voice. Her room felt smaller. Her mirror refused to encourage her. She stood up, tied her wrapper, rolled her shoulders out of habit. She tried to sing. Nothing came out. No sound, no power, no pull. For the first time since anyone could remember, Mama Sitta couldn't kukere waka. Her legs remembered the dance, but her spirit refused the steps. It was like her waist had lost its authority. People noticed. Market women whispered. Drummers paused. Men avoided eye contact like they were suddenly married again. Mama Sitta walked through Ala-Ukwa, but Ala-Ukwa did not respond. That was when the village elder cleared his throat and said words that entered everybody's chest at the same time. Some money is not sprayed. It is borrowed from tomorrow. Mama Sitta sat down on a wooden bench and laughed. Not her usual laugh, not the one that shook shoulders and loosened wallets. This one was quiet, small, thoughtful. The kind of laugh that comes when something inside you finally speaks louder than applause.
By the third market day after Chief Okore's trouble, Ala-Ukwa noticed something worse than silence. They noticed absence. Mama Sitta still came to the market. Wrapper still tied. Hair still natural and stubborn. Face still sharp with those exaggerated features. The droopy eyes. The deep wrinkles that looked like they had listened to too many secrets. The full red lips that used to command attention. But people looked through her. Not past her. Through her. It was as if Mama Sitta was present only by courtesy. Drummers beat their drums, but the rhythm refused to find her waist. Pepper sellers shouted prices, but no man turned his head when Mama Sitta passed. Even the Okada boys, who once fought for her attention like cocks in a compound, suddenly found their phones very interesting. She tried to walk with confidence. Her waist tried, but kukere waka is not just movement. It is agreement between body and spirit. And her spirit had withdrawn consent. Mama Sitta noticed small things first. A man brushed past her and didn't apologize. A child didn't follow her. A mirror seller adjusted his glass and didn't smile at her reflection. For the first time, Mama Sitta felt light, not in a good way, like something essential had been removed. At night, sleep avoided her. She lay on her mat, staring at the ceiling, listening to sounds she had ignored before. Crickets arguing, distant laughter, the village breathing without her permission. That was when she had it, a soft humming. Not outside, inside her chest. It sounded like her song, but older, slower, heavier. She sat up suddenly, heart racing. "Who is there?" she whispered. No answer, only the weight on her waist, pressing her down like a reminder. The next morning, Mama Sitta went to the stream, not to fetch water, to look at herself. The reflection greeted her with honesty. Same face, same exaggerated features, but her eyes no longer sparkled with secrets. They looked tired, like they had been warning her for years, and she never listened. An old woman was already there, washing bitter leaf. Mama Nena, the kind of woman whose age nobody guessed anymore, whose eyes had seen prosperity come and go without greeting. She looked at Mama Sitta once and hissed softly. "Ah," she said, "so it has reached you." Mama Sitta frowned. "Reached me how?" Mama Nena did not answer immediately. She continued washing the leaves slowly, as if time itself was not chasing her. "Do you know why your voice disappeared?" she asked finally.
Mama Sitta opened her mouth, then closed it. For the first time in her life, she didn't have a performance-ready answer. Mama Nena chuckled. "You thought your song was yours." Mama Sitta's lips trembled. "My daughter," the old woman continued, "there are songs that are gifts, and there are songs that are loans. The loan one always comes with interest." Mama Sitta felt something cold slide down her spine. That night, Ala-Ukwa dreamt strange dreams. Men dreamt of empty pockets that laughed at them. Women dreamt of mirrors that cracked when touched. Children dreamt of coins turning into ants and crawling back into the ground. And Mama Sitta, she dreamt of a road. A long road made of old currency notes leading into darkness. At the end of the road, someone was waiting. Someone who knew her real name. By the time Mama Sitta woke from the dream of the money road, Ala-Ukwa had already started adjusting to her silence. Not celebrating it, just arranging itself without her. The market opened, drums sounded, life continued, but something was wrong. Everywhere Mama Sitta passed, conversations slowed, like people were afraid of disturbing something invisible. Her footsteps sounded louder to her now, each one asking a question she didn't want to answer. She decided not to go to the market that day. Instead, she followed the road from her dream. Not the one made of currency, the other one, the narrow footpath behind the old Iroko tree, the one children were warned not to play on, the one elders said led nowhere and everywhere at the same time. Her waist felt heavy with each step, not tired, anchored. Halfway down the path, she smelled incense, not church incense, not shrine incense. This one smelled like memory. A hut appeared where no hut had ever been. Small, bent, patient. Mama Sitta stopped walking. The humming started again, louder now. "You came late," a voice said from inside. Her heart slammed against her ribs. "Who are you?" Mama Sitta asked. The door curtain moved. An old woman stepped out. She was slender like Mama Sitta. Same juki eyes, same deep wrinkles, only deeper. Same full lips, now faded like old lipstick. Same natural hair, short and grey, refusing control. It felt like looking into tomorrow, or yesterday. "I am the one who carried your name," the woman said calmly. Mama Sitta's throat tightened. "I don't have another name." The old woman smiled, not kindly. "That is the first lie you learnt." She sat on a wooden stool and motioned for Mama Sitta to do the same. Mama Sitta obeyed. "Before Ala-Ukwa called you Mama Sitta, you were called..." The humming grew louder. Mama Sitta clutched her chest. "Stop," she whispered. "Don't say it." The old woman raised an eyebrow. "You feel it, don't you? Names are doors. You closed yours and opened another, but doors remember." Mama Sitta's eyes filled with tears she didn't recognize. "My song," she said softly. "Why did it leave me?" The old woman sighed. "Because you stopped asking what it was paying for." She leaned forward. Chief Okore's money did not come alone. It came with time, years, breath, the things men hide when they laugh too hard. Mama Sitta shook her head. "I didn't force them." "No," the woman agreed, "but you collected." Silence stretched. Then Mama Sitta whispered the question that had been scratching her spirit since the elder spoke. "Can I return it?" The old woman looked at her for a long moment. Money that walks back home does not want apology. It wants balance. She stood up slowly. "Tonight," she continued, "Ala-Ukwa will sleep, but you will walk. You will carry what you borrowed, not in your hands, but in your body." Mama Sitta's waist throbbed painfully. "And if I refuse?" Mama Sitta asked. The old woman smiled again. "Then your silence will become permanent." The hut began to fade, like smoke choosing another direction. Mama Sitta stood alone on the path, heart racing, ears ringing. In the village, drums started beating for an evening celebration she was not invited to. She turned back towards Ala-Ukwa. Her lips parted. A sound almost escaped. Almost. Behind her, the iroko tree creaked, and for the first time since her voice vanished, Mama Sitta felt something else return. Not power, not beauty, not money. Fear. And fear, she was beginning to understand, was also a kind of payment.
That night, Mama Sitta walked back into Ala-Ukwa like a shadow returning from exile. The village was quiet, but not asleep. Every roof, every window, every pair of eyes seemed to wait for her. Her waist still ached. Her lips still whispered, but could not sing. Her droopy eyes felt too large for her face, as if they had grown to carry secrets she never asked for. She went first to Chief Okore's compound. The goats stared at her as if they recognized an old debt. The generator coughed once, then settled into obedient silence. The slippers, once rebellious, now lay properly by the door. Mama Sitta knelt down and whispered, "I return what I took, willingly now." And slowly, almost imperceptibly, the wind seemed to move differently. Notes she had collected danced in her memory, not in reality, returning to the rightful places they belonged. The next morning, the market noticed. Men found coins where they had misplaced them. Women's mirrors reflected honest smiles. Children discovered small notes in their pockets as if the world was correcting itself. And Mama Sitta, she walked into the market wrapped confidently as always. Her hips tried to kukere waka, and this time her spirit agreed. Her song came back, not the careless song of taking, but the careful song of giving and remembering. She sang softly, "Baba, spend this money on me, but let tomorrow stay safe too." People paused, men smiled, women whispered, children counted notes responsibly. The villagers never called her by her real name again. They still called her Mama Sitta, but they also watched differently, no longer fearing her power, but respecting it. That evening, Mama Nena appeared by the stream, shaking her head in quiet approval. She said, "Some power is a gift, some is a loan, and only those who return it with honor will keep walking without being carried away by it." Mama Sitta nodded. She finally understood. Her voice, her waist, her song, they were not just tools for taking. They were reminders that every action has a cost and every gift carries a debt. Power, charm, and talent are blessings, but when used carelessly to take from others, they return to teach humility. True strength lies in balance, respect, and remembering that what you borrow from tomorrow must one day be returned. And from that day, Mama Sitta's song was never just for money again. It was a song for life itself.